What's good, YouTube? Sketchy Will here again today with another video, another story time for y'all. So this started off as just a regular day in school. You know, it was a pretty weird day at the end of the day, but we'll get into that. So it started off as a regular day. First, second period was a regular period every day. This is sophomore year, my sophomore year. So I was about 15, 16. My sophomore year, it's a regular day. First, second period, regular periods, like I said. Then third period, I hear a couple of my guys fussing or whatever, and I hear buzzes going around the school talking about one of our rival schools is here, and I'm like, that's impossible because I ain't seen nobody weird walking around or whatever. So I just go one ear, go out the other, you know. So then fourth period, which is my gym class. My gym period, this happened. So hold up, brain fart. Yeah, we go in the gym. Okay, this is gym. My fourth period, yeah, gym. So we go to the locker room, get changed or whatever. I'm thinking it's a regular day. We finna hoop or whatever. So then we have two gyms. We got the big gym and the small gym in my school, my high school. We had. I'm up out of that joke now. So this day and every other day we switched out. We was in the big gym or the little gym. But this day we had the big gym. And so I wouldn't have noticed anything anyway. And then it was crowded in that gym when I walked in because like both gym classes were in the big gym that day. And I was like, why are they in the big gym? Because sometimes they did come over and share the big gym with us on Fridays though. So we were all hope that would only be on Fridays. This wasn't on Friday, so we was all like, why they in here? We asked our gym teacher. We was like, come on, coach, why they in here? Because we had a coach, basketball coach, my gym teacher one year. So yeah, then they didn't want to answer. They was like, I'm not sure. So then it turns out that one of our rival schools was in our school at the time. They were in that small gym the whole entire time, and not too many people knew. I didn't know. I didn't see them come in, but we trying to figure out why they here. So it turns out that they school caught on fire. I didn't burn down or nothing. I believe it was a lunchroom incident. So it was a fire up there, so they bust all the kids to our school. But just weird. I don't understand why it was one of our rival schools since it was in our district. Why would you beef with your rival school? I mean, why would you beef with a school in your district? I never understood that. But anywho, so yeah, we'll watch the bam. Anywho, so we in gym or whatever. Class start. Then we instantly hit a fire alarm ring or whatever. So I'm like, oh my god, I used to hate doing fire and tornado drills, especially during gym class. It could be any other class, or it better not be gym or lunch. But it ended up being gym. This happened, and we was like, what? There wasn't no scheduled fire alarm drill today, was it? Because they usually would tell us over the intercom, or a teacher would tell us that they heard that there might be one, but we didn't. Nobody knew about this. So we get to going out the class. We going out the class doors, and we see everybody running or whatever to the front because they thinking it's a real fire. Because like we said, we didn't know that we didn't think it was supposed to be a drill that day, so they thought it was serious. So they moved us all to the front. But it's weird because usually, since our school is kind of big, it's not the biggest school at all, but it's a pretty large school. 4 classes, I believe it's about 1,100 kids that was there. So they usually spread us all around the whole school, the whole building. But this time they had all of us on the north side of the building. And at the time we didn't know, but it turns out that our rival school was on the south side of the building. We didn't know why they had us all bunched together. So we found out that the school is there. It turns out that some of their kids pulled the fire alarm so they can come out and start getting it in, start getting it busting, letting it go with some kids in our school. Because when we used to have football games against them, they used to have to isolate us because it's always been a brawl. Like even when my brother went to school there, my brother graduated in 2009. He graduated in 2009, and they used to beef back then. This was so if I was it was 2013. So about 4 years went past, about 8 altogether, because he Graduated from there. So well, sophomore, senior. But yeah, so we been beefing with them for a while. But anywho, so we instantly see kids running towards us, and we like, huh? What they running towards us for, bro? So we see people running towards us. They just come up, some people all around me, and a couple of my friends around me. So instantly, this one kid from my rival school walked up to the kids in my school. He asked him, he was like, "What you is? If you from the city, you know what that mean, or you from Chicago, or you from some area where gangs is a problem. You know what that mean? What you is?" He was like, "Nothing." He shook his head. "I ain't nothing." So then he was like, "Alright, man, get out of my way." So he moved him out the way. Then he walked up to this other kid and asked him what he is. He didn't say nothing. Instantly, boom, stole off buddy, hit him with an uppercut. I'm right there next to him, and I saw the whole thing pop off, and I'm like, I couldn't believe it. It just happened. So he threw a first punch, then they just kept coming, running up to people, stealing off people from my school, and I'm like, man, mercy, bro. So I went around, somebody asked me the same question, "What you is?" And I said nothing. He just kept it moving. Even if I was something, I ain't about to tell you what I planned. I ain't about to do that. But anywho, yeah, so I go to find some of my guys because I'm like, man, I hope none of my guys got it busting or whatever, because then we gonna have to run up or whatever. So then I look around, I see one of my guys slamming somebody. I'm like, oh. And then a couple of other people came up to him and they started helping, so I ain't have to do nothing for that situation. I walk around, I see people stepping on cars, people stomping on cars, people fighting everywhere around me. And then my teachers came off the ground. They were like, move out the way. They ended up calling our security guards. Our security guards didn't do nothing. They ended up bringing the real police up there and service dogs. K9 service dogs up there too. It was OCG, and I'm like, man, I cannot believe this is happening. So you just see 1,100 plus however many they had, people getting their butts and fighting everywhere, people on the floor, G. This was all on the news. This was on Chicago news a couple years ago. It was one of the craziest days of my life. Luckily, ain't nobody touched me. Ain't none of my people get hurt. And I also had cousins that went there too, so I went to go make sure they was cool too. Ain't nobody touching me either, but that's because we don't affiliate with that stuff. We've always been in the sports my whole life, so they ain't really do too much of that banging. And our parents about strict as ever, so we ain't about that life anyway. But we know about it though. All our parents grew up in the city. My dad is from the south side and my mom is from the west side of the city. So we know about it. We know about that life. They definitely told us and stuff, and even experienced it for myself. But yeah, man, so it was crazy. You just see a bunch of people fighting. Luckily, ain't nobody touched me, because it would have been a problem, man. It would have been a serious problem. Not even just from me, from my people and my cousins, whatever, too. But I ain't no punk, so ain't nobody gonna just pull up on me anyway. You know, so then after all of this happened, they told everybody, call your parents. The day wasn't even over yet. They told us to call our parents to come pick us up. They sent us home, and they sent them back to their school. A couple people got arrested. My cousin actually ended up being on the news too. He was talking about it. I thought that was pretty cool. He was on the news, thought he was famous for it. So yeah, my cousin talked to a reporter on the news, and so I called my mama. I'm like, "Mom, you would never believe what just happened." I told her everything that just happened. She was like, "You alright?" She was worried or whatever. You know how parents be. I was like, "Oh, Mom, I'm good." So she came to pick me up. I tell her about everything else that happened, and then it was an OC day. We ended up being on the news the next night. Crazy day. And the funny thing is, right after that happened, a couple months later, I ended up transferring school to a better school. But a lot of people seem to think that's why I ended up leaving, but that's not why I ended up leaving. I was planning on leaving even before that, but yeah. But I ended up still graduating from the same school. I went back to that same school my junior year, so I was only going for a year, man. But that's the story time, man. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Join the crew. Sketchy Gang. Peace, little fool.